Hey everybody, and welcome back to the MindCatcher's channel. I'm going to do this long-awaited eyebrow tutorial. Everybody has been asking me to do eyebrows. I get that question a whole lot, so I said I'm going to do them. I do have other eyebrow tutorials on my channel when my eyebrows were super thin and weak, where I over plucked or over bladed them and things like that, trying to create a look that just didn't suit my face shape. To me, it seems like the thicker my brows are, the better they are. And I believe that a lot of people are getting out of that really thin brow anyway. It's more of a natural brow now. So what I do now is I take my little spoolie. Now sometimes if this brush has fallen into oblivion and I cannot find it, I'll use a toothbrush that I use to slick down my edges and stuff. But today I found it. I use this. This is from Brow Gal. That's the name of the company. But you can go to a dollar store and find a brow spoolie. So don't ever believe the hype. It's really no difference. You just want something to brush through these brows. So we're brushing them upward. I brush up and kind of like back. Up and towards the tail I go back. Now, I would tell anybody, if you're starting off with your brows for the very first time, you've never done your brows before, I would suggest that you go and get them professionally arched. Possibly, you know, when you get your nails done and stuff, sometimes there's someone there that does brows. If they do a good job, allow them to fix your brow. So that way you will have a nice line and you'll know where to go from, because basically you're following the line of your brow. Okay? Next, you will find you a brow pencil. A brow gel. You know Anastasia Beverly Hills has the gel. I do have her gel here. This is Anastasia Beverly Hills. Everybody went crazy about it. This is the Dip Brow Pomade. This one is in the shade dark brown. It's okay, but I didn't like the shade too much. I tried it out a little bit. To me, it was a bit ashy. There are some people who liked it, and then there were some people who told me my brows look gray. So the dark brown, to me, it's about you, how you feel about it. Some subscribers told me some negative feedback on this, and but I already felt it was too gray for me. So I didn't like it too much. But that's what it looks like. You can use other gel liners that are dark brown. It could be e.l.f. because my sis, Faces by Stacy, she uses e.l.f. gel liner to do her brows, and she says it works perfectly. So your price point, your decision. Don't ever be forced to get something that you don't want to use. Like I said before, you can use pencils. This one is from Black Up Cosmetics. This is actually an eye pencil for the waterline. It's waterproof. It does not move. So that's why I love it for my brows. I've brushed up against people because I'm short. You know, people put their arm around you, you brush up against them, and your eyebrow rubs off. I never have that problem with this pencil. So that's what I'm using. Lots of brands have pencils, dollar store, beauty supply store. It's up to you. Okay? Now, after I brush my brows, I usually apply a primer through my brows. Whatever primer I use on my eyelids, on my face, it doesn't even matter. You just want something that's going to help those brows stay on. This one is from Makeup Forever. It's their Mattifying Primer. I squirt a little bit so you can barely see it there on my finger, and I rub it through my brows. Yes, I just brushed the brow and everything like that. I kind of just want to see what they're looking like. You know, every day your brow have a mind of its own. Sometimes you want to just see what it's looking like this morning. And while I'm talking, I'll go ahead and do the other brow. I'm going backwards through the grains, going against the grain here, making sure that primer gets all through there. I brush my brow again. Back in order. Now, if you have very curly brows, if you're one of my white sisters, you have more straight hair and your brows are kind of like doing their own thing, those people will use a brow gel. There are such things as brow gels. I have one from City Colors. It's a brown brow gel. It comes out like a mascara. So not only does it give you color, it gives you a little tint of brown through there, but it also acts like a gel, just like a hair gel. It holds those little hairs in place. So if you're a person that has flyaway brows, the hair just doesn't stay in place, you may want to use a brow gel. They have clear ones, color ones. You just find the one that's best for you. This one was only about $2.50. It comes from iKateHouse.com. I'll leave a link below. I am an affiliate of iKate House. That's where I got this from. Everything on their website is very inexpensive. Then I take that pencil that I like so much, and I'm going to draw a nice, neat line. So I want you guys to be able to see I have my mirror right here, and I'm going to follow the bottom of my brow. Sharpen that pencil. Where I see those little hair follicle holes, I'm going to follow that line. And that's why it's really nice to get a nice line up. Get your brows freshly done. That way you can see. And I'm going to follow the line across the top. Now my brows are not freshly done. I do have little tiny hairs starting to, you know, come out. But I've been doing it a while, so I kind of know where those hairs stop. Okay. So I know the top of my brow hairs is like right up in here. I'm going to try my best not to go any higher. I know the bottom are right here. And I'm leaving all of that open in the middle. I'm not taking the pencil and going all through the middle of the brow because I feel like my brows are thick enough now where I don't have to do that. Some people have to fill in their brows. They might have thin brows, so they may take an eyeshadow, a deep dark eyeshadow, and just go through the brow with that. It gives the illusion that there's hair there. They might take the pencil and go through the middle. It gives the illusion that there's hair there. And once you do that, you can use any concealer you have. This is very inexpensive. Again, LA Girl Pro Concealer. This is in the shade Toast. That's what I use. It's about a shade or two lighter than my own skin tone. I like to apply a little bit on the back of my hand, right there. Now me, I like to use an angled brush. Let me put this down so I can show you guys. This brush has a slant to it. It has an angle. For me, I'm able to go up into the brow bone, like the hook of my brow, and down with ease because it has that arch in it. Okay, this is my favorite brush to use. Now this company I don't think is around anymore. They don't make brushes. I don't know what I'm gonna do if I ever lose this brush because I've gotten so used to it. But this is the brush that I use. But of course there are many companies that sell brushes for brows. Okay, turn here so my lighting is perfect for you guys. Start from the beginning of my brow, and you're just trying to keep your line as straight as possible. If you need to rest your hand, or your elbow rather, on a desk, and you're following the line, you're following the shape of your brow. I hope you guys can see. Focusing you guys. You're following the shape of your brow. Up and back. Up and back. And then I just drag the line down. Blending it into my skin. And that's just perfect to blend it down into the lid because it's going to just be added into the eyeshadow or whatever. Usually you do your brows first. There are some people who are good enough to do their brows after all of their makeup is done. I always prefer doing my brows first. That way if there are any mistakes, foundation and eyeshadow and stuff can take all of those mistakes away. Alright, I'm placing my hand on top of my head. I'm using my head for balance, resting my hand right here. And sometimes I have to hold my breath. Okay, going right along the top of that hairline and back. You're following that arch. If you make any mistakes, you can go back into your pencil. Put a little bit more of that brown up there. Or black, whatever color you want to paint your brows. I would suggest to go with something natural. If you're, like my hair is black. I have a few grays, but my hair is black. A lot of people feel like a black brow is too harsh. Even though we were born with black brows, they still say that's too harsh. I don't understand it, but oh well. The pencil that I'm using is an MS06 and it's from Black Up. So it's not, I don't think this is the deepest one. I think it's the second to the deepest, something like that. I think M608 is the deepest, if I'm not mistaken. No, MS04 I believe is the deepest. I have the deepest. So I'll show you guys those swatch side by side. But I really like the shade this gives me. To me, it's like an off black. Like the stockings. Okay. So you see that little line around my brow, right? We don't like that. You don't want highlighted brows. People don't go around with their brows light all the way around it. We want to blend that down. You don't want to look comical. Let's blend that down. So we pull it away. You see I'm pulling it up and I'm blending it into my skin that's around the brow. You don't want highlighted brows. For a while I walked around like that and I didn't think anything was wrong because I was following some people on YouTube and I thought that was the it thing to do. But then when I thought about it, I looked at pictures and things like that. All of your skin looks one tone and then around your brows is a totally different tone. It looks weird. Okay. Alright, so I am satisfied with that shape. I do notice that when I was going around my brow, I did take away a little bit from the arch. So I'm just penciling that part back in. Get up close with your mirror so you can see little areas, little gaps. You can kind of tap the pencil. You're not drawing in, you're tapping. You'll see the color. You're tapping it in. Okay. Now the whole goal is to match this brow with this brow. Okay. And as you go, you're going to look at them side by side. You're going to lift your brows up, down. They are meant to be sisters, not twins. I've said that again and again and again. They are never going to be perfect. You're going to have one that may be a little bit, lower and one that's going to be a little bit higher. Sometimes it drives me crazy when I can see it. But most of the time, I can't tell. I tell you guys, the majority of the time I do videos, my brows have given me so much trouble. And they're not perfect. But no one ever mentions it in the comment section. So therefore, I did a great job at hiding. Now here at the beginning of the brow, there are some people who still like that faded look. And I'll show you that. That's when your brow looks, you go in the opposite direction. I'm pulling down with my brush and it's looking like the color is fading into the darker. It's some people who like that. I used to love that, but trends change and now it's kind of more of that boxy shape in the beginning. I just basically take my finger and tap some away, use the brush to kind of brush up the beginning of my brow. Like that. And to me, this brow is perfect. I'm going to work on doing the other brow and I'll be right back to compare the two. Alright guys, and these are your completed brows, and I'm going to get up very close so you can see because I want you to know that sometimes things are not as they seem. You see my brows are a little sparse right up in that area and I had to put a little bit of pencil. Now the light is bright, my ring light is bright showing against that brow. Let me get up close here so you can actually see it. But in natural sunlight, that brow pencil is really camouflaging the fact that there's missing hair there. And right along here, you can see the hair is pretty nice and neat. I got much more hair on this side than the other side. So that is how they look. This brow still is a little higher in my opinion than this brow. Sometimes this brow appears a little higher than that brow. But the overall shape that I wanted, I actually accomplished. I'm satisfied with them. And I'm going to go ahead to another video and do a makeup look. So I hope this video helped you guys out as far as the brows are concerned. If you have any questions, I'm going to try to leave as many different brow products down below that I've tried in the past, like videos and things like that, to help you guys out. Especially those people with thin brows. Mine were super thin, like non-existent. So I really want to help you guys out. And that's it. But I'll definitely link all of the stuff that I used in this video down below. Okay? I hope you guys enjoyed. Cyber kisses. And see you guys in the next video. Bye.